India is blessed with 148 species of bamboo with 29 genera. Bamboo is grown on 10 million hectares in India and covers almost 13% of the total forest area in our country. But still, till 2016, only India exported 0.05 million tons of bamboo. But in 2017, India tweaked the British law, that is the Indian Forest Act 1927, that classified bamboo as a tree, hence making it grass and removing a host of restrictions on trade. As a result, India's bamboo exports grew to 140 million US dollars, but the opportunity still largely remains untapped. It's one of the largest importers of bamboo, and that's America, imposed 25% tariff on Chinese bamboo while keeping it the same for other nations. And bamboo, as you may know, is now used for several things, and phone cases, brushes, construction, and much more. Let's take you through the story, then we discuss the potential of bamboo and what this industry can actually do. But before that, let me also introduce the people I'll be talking to. Mr. Ranjit Mehta, Director, PhD Chamber of Commerce. Senior economist also joins us. Dr. Sharad Kohli, Senior Economist, with us on the show. Mr. Rajesh Jauhri, Senior Journalist, also joins us on the program. I'm going to go over to the big screen and in fact show you what are the key uses of bamboo and where we stand when it comes to its usage as well as production. As you can see, China is the owner of the tall skyscraper at 30 million tons. India second best at 7 million tons. Then of course followed by Bangladesh, Indonesia and Myanmar. Largest producers of bamboo, India and China, have long been competing for combined goals and combined objectives when it comes to replacing the common elements and minerals that are used for construction, and large producers also share a very large share of the global production. China is of course at around 51%, India is at 12%, but what has to be appreciated over here, folks, is the fact that since 2016-17, the kind of expansion we have seen in this industry and the kind of education that is being lent by the government in making people understand why bamboo is a replacement to a number of things, including concrete, has been phenomenal. Top importers of bamboo in the year 2021, that's the data that we have, were of course India at 66 million, the Netherlands at 23 million, the USA at 9.9 million, Italy and Spain respectively at 12.2 and 11.2 as well. So the idea is for India to become one of the biggest exporters and also harness the potential that bamboo brings along. And top exporters of bamboo at this point in time, of course, like we said earlier on as well, is China at a whopping 69%. Then of course comes Vietnam, which is at second point right now, but the distance, the gap that you see right there is quite phenomenal. Netherlands and Denmark and Indonesia, of course, are following after that respectively. The bamboo industry has also been appreciated by Mr. Nitin Gadkari, who went on to say that this is an area that where India can definitely outperform China if the right policies are implemented and adhered to. China exporting 30 million tons, India at 7 million tons at this point in time, and 3 million tons for Bangladesh, 2.5 and 2 million for Indonesia and Myanmar respectively. Like I said earlier on as well, there are usage factors that come in mind when you talk about bamboo. The share in global production, of course, for China is the highest at this point in time. I'm going to go over to our guest now. Dr. Kohli is with us. Dr. Kohli, if you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Dr. Kohli, bamboo, like I mentioned in my opening monologue, can be used for a number of purposes. Phone cases, in fact, in certain states, highway barricades are also being constructed using bamboo. For a long time, because of that archaic British law, we were not able to harness and leverage the power of bamboo. What kind of potential does this have? And the catching up that we have done, Dr. Kohli, in the last 6 or 7 years, how impressed are you by that, considering that the dominating factor when it came to production and exports in tonnage as well as dollar billing belonged to China?
Well, thank you, Vineet. Vineet, you spoke of the users, and if we go by the users, I mean, in our daily life, we come across bamboo-made products so much, from roofing to flooring to designing to scaffoldings are being built out of bamboo traditionally. It's got furniture application, and not many people know that bamboo is used in food and pharmaceuticals as well. Certain pharmaceuticals, especially Ayurvedic products, they are being used from bamboo. Then, of course, biofuel, there are fabrics, there's cloth, there's paper, there's pulp, there's charcoal, there's ornamental garden work. I mean, I think this is one of those products which have been underutilized. And, the importance of bamboo has not, been realized, although the rest of the world has realized. And, China has been dominating the market. As you rightly said, there was a legal complication before 2017 that, this was under the Forest Act. Now, of course, this has been declared as a common grass. So therefore, you're allowed to cut. And, I was just, before the show started, I was having a very brief chat with Rajesh, who also has a botany background. And, because traditionally I've got a small farm of my own. I knew that wherever you grow bamboo, it was said that it will eat away the water, it will suck away all the water, and therefore you cannot grow any crop around that place. But the new genetically modified bamboos, beneath, they do not have this effect, which means bamboo can survive along with other important crops. So I think this is a very, very big breakthrough, because a product which has got, or an agriculture product which has got such multiple uses, if it can grow freely, it can be cut freely, and it can be exported freely. Now, this is the technical aspect of bamboo. Now, coming down to the commercial aspect of bamboo, with the US and China, literally there is a cold war breaking out. The US and China trade war, of course, we've been talking a number of times for a number of years now. But now there is a literal US-China cold war breaking out. And this cold war, from the time when iPhones have been banned by the Chinese government, this is a big move taken by China, and this is going to have a multiplier effect. It is going to trickle down to other products. So, a $53 billion plus market of bamboo, I think India has got a great chance here to grab that market. Right now, India has got a minuscule in terms of the total share that we have. China dominates almost 70% of the world market. I think India has a chance here. And more importantly, Vineet, the farmers in India, I wish this show is being watched by the farming community in some way or the other, although we do it in English, but I'm sure the message is going to reach some way or the other, that for the farmers, if they can use this genetically modified bamboo and start growing this as a commercial crop, I can tell you it will completely turn around their revenue. It can bring a turnaround to their bottom lines, because agriculture has been, farmers struggle for profits. So if they look at crops like these, and with the export market opening up, with the multiple uses of bamboo, I think the potential is huge. And, these are the new kind of products that India is catching in its international trade, in the international commerce, that, you look for those products where we've got a potential, but we have not exploited the potential beneath so far. So I see a very bright future, and I'm sure today by talking about bamboo on your show, that not many channels do this. They don't talk about useful things. All we hear is noise. But if we talk of these useful things and we make this message reach across to the farming community, to the people who got potential to grow, to the people who were running away from growing bamboo until now, if this new technology, the GM bamboo, if this reaches them, I'm sure the market is almost ready, and US-China trade war and US-China cold war is only going to help the Indian producers of bamboo beneath.
All right, Dr. Kohli, you're absolutely spot on with that. Mr. Jauhri, if you can hear me? Mr. Rajesh Jauhri?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Well, how important do you think is for India to, not only about bamboo in this regard or in this scenario, but for us to tap into, matters that definitely have held us back when it came to, not only increasing our GDP, but holding a market share which is going to affect millions and millions of lives who will benefit from this kind of an expansion?
I think India will always be a benefiter out of these things, because what happens whenever share of China in any trade goes down, then I'm sure that our policy makers, our business persons, and our industry experts, they are going to tap that potential, tap that moment in the interest of our country. So this is one aspect that, and there are many states, northeastern states in India, like Manipur, Mizoram, Assam, Nagaland, and Arunachal Pradesh, where bamboo is grown in plenty. All forests are filled with bamboo plants, and but we are not able to harvest that bamboo crop. We are not able to collect that bamboo and supply and bring it in the supply chain. Moreover, in Madhya Pradesh, we are seeing that many companies, self-originated companies have started helping farmers to sow bamboo on their land, and they on buyback policies. So this is again, if more and more farmers, if we get a better price, if as a farmer I talk, if I get a better price for bamboo, and if I will start my more and more area of my land to be used for bamboo cultivation, and that bamboo is used either inland or exported outside the country. In both ways, the country will be benefited. One very important aspect has been left when Dr. Kohli was talking about Nitin Gadkari ji. So in Nagpur, a very important use of bamboo has been started. Now we were till now we were knowing that in civil construction it is used only as a scaffolding or for other those purposes, but now it is being used for reinforcement also in the as a replacement of iron bars in the RCC, reinforced cement concrete. Now many people are using bamboos in place of iron bars, and there are many model houses already ready in Nagpur and Pune. And the reason is because I'm a MSc in botany, so I've studied tensile strength of botany is more than that of iron. This is a very important aspect. And secondly, if less iron is used, less coal will be used for manufacture of iron. It will be in the interest of environment and sustainable development goals, which we all want to achieve. We'll be able to, and more bamboo is used in place of. And one more thing, in the life of steel inside the RCC is not more than 60-70 years, but in bamboo it is more than that. So bamboo is always better replacement for many things. And as far as handicrafts are concerned, as far as furniture is concerned, the furniture and handicraft made up of bamboo are more durable than any other thing. So I think if our country is going in very right direction, its nomenclature was changed from a forest product to grass, and it was a landmark decision of the government. And I think in the coming years, people will admire, and the whole world will admire this decision of the government.
All right, you're quite right about that. Mr. Mehta, the decision of the government is, of course, solely responsible for this surge that we have seen. How can we tap into this, at a larger scale to compete with China?
Thank you, Vineet. First of all, I must congratulate NewsX for bringing out such an important discussion in your channel, in your national channel. You see, this bamboo production directly and indirectly affects three major areas. Number one is agriculture sector. Number two, MSME sector. Number three is export. Now, when we talk of agriculture, around 60% of our population still depends on the agriculture, which contributes to around 18% to our GDP. So therefore, when this landmark decision the government of India has taken to remove the bamboo from tree to a crop status. So therefore, many farmers all over the country will be benefited through this. And this is one of the greatest instruments to increase the income of the farmers. And secondly, it's pure irony of this, thanks to the Britishers, their law, that our farmers have been deprived of taking this benefit, and India as a country, we have lost so much because of this particular act, when we are the second largest producer of the bamboo in the world, we are only exporting around 1 crore worth, and we are importing around 545 crores worth of bamboo from countries like China, Vietnam, and in Bangalore, we make agarbattis. In Bangalore, we make agarbattis. But what we are doing is we have abundance of bamboo available in Northeast, but still we are importing from Vietnam. So this particular sector, especially the farmers, will be the biggest benefiting community from this particular law, number one. Number two, the uses of bamboo, as our previous speakers has also defined, the MSME sector will also be greatest beneficiary of this, because there are many products.
Mr. Mehta? All right, we've lost that connection. I'm going to go back to Dr. Kohli on this as well. Dr. Kohli, ways and means whereby which India can in fact, this is not only a part of having an alternative, Dr. Kohli, this is also a part of going green. This is a resource, which sort of fits into perfectly with the government's aim and the Prime Minister's aim of sustainability, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think the focus has been in the past to go for environment-friendly products. And I'm really amazed by the revelation made by Rajesh a while ago, that in construction, instead of iron rods, bamboo has got more strength. Well, traditionally it was thought that bamboo is a substitute to wood, and probably it may not have that much endurance to take the load of the building. But this is a revelation which has been made in your channel today, and I am personally very happy to listen about this, that instead of iron rods, you can actually use bamboo to support the heavy duty building construction. So I think environment-friendly products, and with the revelation that I made, by finding out before the show, that bamboo now is not a product where a lot of farmers are under the impression, Vineet, that this product is not a very friendly crop from the point of view of other crops. That wherever you grow bamboo, I reiterate that it is said that it sucks away all the water from the soil, and therefore nothing else can grow. So this has got a negative impact, but that is not the case. This misconception has to be removed. It is not the case with modern bamboo. So I think, as you rightly said, that environment-friendly products is the need of the hour. We are looking for organic, we are looking for environment-friendly. So anything that saves our environment, anything which is green, anything which is green, I think is a welcome product around the world, not just in India. Look at the number of meetings, the kind of money which is being committed to environment at this point of time. I mean, half the number of conferences, symposiums which happen around the world, they relate to protecting the environment and the global warming that we are seeing, the El Nino effect, the climate change that we're observing. It's all because of the damage to the environment. So I think this is one product which can transform the usage of so many things. When you're using so many things, you're talking of bamboo furniture, you're talking of bamboo scaffolding. As I said, it is used in food, it is used in some of the Ayurvedic medicines, it is used in paper, it's used in pulp. It's got such multiple uses. Not many products beneath have use from across construction to being edible as well in some way or the other. You will not find a product which has got such a huge span of usage, I would say. So I think a focus should be there, and my recommendation, Vineet, today through your show is that Government of India has done a very good job by amending the law, by removing it from being a forest commodity to being a grass which can be easily cut. You don't need a permission to be cutting bamboo. My message to the government is that I personally recommend that Ministry of Agriculture and along with Ministry of Commerce should form a committee where efforts should be made to educate the farmers and increase the cultivation and production of bamboo, so that, and effort should also be made to popularize Indian grown bamboo across the world. This is the best way, because marketing of bamboo across the world that India can now export, because traditionally the world knew that we cannot cut. That is why we cannot, which is why we are importing. We are not exporting, we are importing. So I think the world needs to be told that the laws in India have changed and we have plenty of potential in cultivating bamboo. And I'm sure there is no doubt in my mind, Vineet, that we will be able to grab that market from China in the given situation. If you ask me, the best time to take away this market from China is now, because China at this point of time is in trouble. Not much is heard from them, but in every sector they are in trouble. So I think the best way to catch this market, and the world has turned its face away in some way or the other, or it's gradually turning away, especially the developed world. I think India should make the best uses of this opportunity, and this committee should also make sure that there is an international reach which is established where Indian cultivators and farmers, they are able to grab orders and they are also able to process. And as Mr. Mehta rightly said, this is a great MSME opportunity because all the products that I just mentioned, where the usage is there is an MSME there somewhere down the line who's processing this bamboo to convert it to a product. For example, agarbatti, which Mr. Mehta mentioned, and there are dozens and dozens of products. So I think the MSME Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Commerce, if they join hands together and especially form a bamboo committee or something, I don't know what name you're going to give to it. But if this committee takes forward the effort, I can tell you with conviction, Vineet, that our bamboo production, bamboo cultivation, bamboo export, bamboo usage is going to jump by leaps and bounds. I think all we need is a mandate, and I'm sure, Vineet, before I hand it over to the other speaker, I hope this show today, the message reaches the corridors of the government, and a committee is formed right away to take our bamboo or to make our bamboo global, Vineet.
Absolutely. Great inputs there, Dr. Kohli, as always. Mr. Mehta is back with us. Mr. Mehta, we've almost run out of time. We'll let you finish off this conversation.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, Vineet. In fact, let me also add, though, Mr. Kohli has already said a lot about it, but the way the world is moving towards sustainability and the way the whole business landscape is changing, I think bamboo production really will contribute to reduce the carbon footprints, and also the product made from bamboo are also free of carbons. I think all this is going to make us #1 bamboo exporter in the world, and thereby benefiting our farmers, our MSMEs, and this will be a great export booster for our country in the times to come.
All right, great points there. Would really appreciate all our guests for joining this debate, and definitely this is one area which has found a lot of focus and a lot of concentration from the government, and it has blossomed, it has improved, and it is on the verge of competing and in fact leaving China behind as well. Thank you everyone for being a part of this conversation.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.